Tomorrow morning, everybody. Jamie Thomas here from Wayapa Work. So hopefully you've seen our Instagram post where a few days ago I was going to put a video up on intermittent fasting, and it's been a couple of days and I haven't done it, but here it is. So if you've either seen it, our little short intermittent fasting video on Instagram, or you come to our page for the first time where you get notifications, that's great. If you haven't subscribed and liked our page and shared our page to get people talking about Wayapa, please do so. We want to get more people engaged in the conversations around Wayapa and also the reasons for Wayapa. You know, it's not just about our own health and well-being, it's about the health of the planet, but it's also about intergenerational health, which I think that we've forgotten about a little bit. So intermittent fasting, what is it? I won't go into a huge scientific explanation of intermittent fasting. I think that there's a lot of information on the internet that you can delve into. There's a guy who's got a documentary on the BBC. I keep forgetting his name. Michael Mosley! I did it all by myself. Sarah's there nodding. So Michael Mosley did a doco on intermittent fasting and the benefits of it. And again though, people are always looking at the benefits of things for them. That's not a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. The healthier we are, the better we'll be able to see things and be connected to things, and then hopefully change the state in which we interact with our environment. So our intermittent fasting journey, I used intermittent fast when I was a kid, when I was boxing. Unfortunately, it wasn't for the right reasons. It was to lose lots of weight really quickly and then have to replenish my body. But the more that, then I went through a few stages where I did it for a short amount of time, and it wasn't over an extended period of time, over months or years, or it becoming a lifestyle. And it's something that Sarah and I have been looking at increasingly a lot more because of not just the health benefits, but when we talk about intermittent fasting, it's about the stopping of eating and letting your body reset itself. And to me that makes sense. It actually, when you do the research, you'll find all the physiological benefits of it and also the psychological benefits of it. But if you think about probably one of the biggest things that we do, obviously the motor car industry, the clothing industry, and the food industry, those the big three that are destroying the planet. And if we actually all stopped eating half the portion sizes, or we eat less, the planet would be a lot better off. So when we look at intermittent fasting in an ancient context, it not only had spiritual or religious associations with fasting, there's obviously the physiological benefits from it as well. So often, if you weren't a great hunter or gatherer, you wouldn't go for a feed, and your body would have to adjust as to whether you get a feed or don't get a feed. So one of the things that we've done is to try the 16-8 method, where you fast for 16 hours and you eat for 8 hours. Not continuously, obviously, but there's a window there that you can eat in, and there's all different times. So today we're actually almost at the back end of a 24-hour fast, and 8 of those hours were sleeping. So we've used the Friday 6:30 to Saturday 6:30 as a 24-hour fast. And how am I feeling? Really good, actually. I had a bit of a wall. Tried to shoot this video before, had some technical issues, but in it I was feeling very foggy-headed. And in the last half hour that's shifted, so my body's adjusting to that, and I've actually got energy back even though I haven't eaten for 20 odd hours. My body is adjusted to that. And I think the other thing too, when the more research you do about intermittent fasting, is that you'll find that you'll feel physically better as you go on and adjust that. So I think one of the misconceptions around breakfast is that breakfast derives from the word break fast. So that's your first meal you have after an extended period of not eating. And we've associated that with 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. And that doesn't necessarily mean the case, because you can break the fast at 12 o'clock. You can break the fast at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So breakfast or break fast doesn't have to be first thing. So it is an important meal because it's about replenishment. But if you really want to get the full health benefits from it, you need to understand it and how it's affecting your body. So again, the reasons why we're doing it aren't just for our own personal benefits. It's about planetary benefits. So it's about connecting to our environment, not overusing it. I mean, if I think about the amount of food that I've consumed over the years that were purely out of emotional eating, purely out of pleasure eating, you know, and what that impact it has. The more that's the demand stuff, the more, you know, it puts a bigger, greater demand on the environment. People, yes, it creates employment, but, you know, it puts an environmental demand on there. So, you know, one of the reasons why, as again, we talk about the stuff that we're doing, whether it's the clothes that we buy, it's for the environment, whether it's the organic food that we buy, it's for the environment. The intermittent fasting is associated with our concerns about the environment. So it's about the reduction of waste, it's about the reduction of the food that needs to be produced to sustain us, because we don't, you know, most of the time in the first world countries, you know, there is an overeating epidemic. The fuzzy headedness has come back a little bit. So check it out. You know, get involved in it. Have a think about it. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. Don't take my words for it. See a doctor if you're worried about it. Do your own research. I'm really enjoying finding out more and more about it. And surprisingly, you know, I was one of those people that thought that I had to eat before I exercised or have to do this and that, and I don't. It's all, a lot of it for me was psychological. You know, the story I told myself, I have to eat before I do this, or I've got to eat, or, you know, and really I'm finding that I don't. 20 hours and I feel fine. I could jump back on the treadie and, you know, do an hour on the treadie, no worries. Probably not at, you know, 12 or 16, but at a brisk walk. So, you know, find out about it. So we're really excited to be starting an intermittent journey. I'm hoping to change my body shape a little bit. So hopefully in the next coming months you'll see a more lighter version of myself, more radiant version, because my body's, you know, healing itself through allowing myself to take the time to give it a rest from digesting food. So yeah, we're excited to be sharing this journey, and it's just another way that you can share Wayapa and connect to Wayapa. So we'd like to say we'll see you all soon, and I look forward to shooting the next video. Bulldog and Yadabi.